Peter Clarke is with us right now, CEO and founder of Product Ventures. I know you guys do Heinz.
Yep.
Okay, and I love the upside-down bottle. The whole thing matters. I mean, to get their little hands around this stuff is really important, or they won't use it.
There's so much that has to go into making packaging just right, and just right to fit little hands, just right to dispense in just the right way, but nowadays, just right also for the environment.
Okay, let's talk about that, because that's really hot, right? Making things sustainable. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, sustainability is kind of a business term, and basically it means is to minimize the impact of packaging in the terms of sustainable packaging on the world that we live in. So use renewable resources, not non-renewable resources. Try to eliminate the use of or emissions of greenhouse gases, and minimize packaging waste in general.
So basically everything is recyclable.
Well, not necessarily so, and that's the confusion, and that's why I think a lot of consumers aren't complying with today's recycling systems, which is a good idea. But the problem is each municipality or each town has its own rules.
Oh, it's comedy.
It's comedy, it's confusing, so that leads to people saying, forget it, I don't know if it's going to go where it's supposed to go anyway, so I'm not going to do it. So unfortunately, we're still seeing landfills filling up with packaging.
You're from Fairfield, Connecticut, or your office is in Fairfield?
Yes.
Connecticut does it really crazy, right? They split it for you, supposedly?
Right, you put your things in a blue bin, and then you really don't know what happens with it.
Whereas, like, I have to split it a little bit more than you guys. I have to do a little bit more legwork. Maybe you pay higher taxes than I do. I don't know, but you don't know what happens. They could just throw it all in one big bin and say, forget it.
Correct. Yeah, so recycling is not a perfect scenario for fixing the packaging problems that we have today.
So is the sustainability angle business is doing okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, packaging industry is thriving. It has to thrive. As a matter of fact, the package is stepping up more and more and more for national brands or name brands in their fight to win the hearts and the minds and wallets of consumers versus the store brands. But today, we have to be even smarter in packaging because the environment is in the balance of everything we create. One of the things that I want to talk to you about here today is SKU proliferation, which is, if you walk down the aisle, it's a business term again, so please correct me if I start entering these business terms, but SKU proliferation.
SKU, like the
like
barcodes.
Too many options. They call it SKUs. What this is
too many tubes of toothpaste, I don't even know where to get.
Just too much in the store.
Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree.
So it's never going to end. Human beings are spoiled. Mankind deserves what it wants and can get what it wants. As long as that exists, marketers are going to continue to want to sell product to those people. So what ends up happening is a lot of prepackaged scents, sizes, and flavors. That's a lot of packaging. So we need to be smarter as packagers. How do we address that? And I actually have some interesting thoughts in regard to that.
Yeah, well, please share, because I'll tell you what, it creates inertia. I went to get toothpaste the other day, and I like a certain kind, but then that certain kind has like all these different things that it does, and gingivitis versus clean your teeth, whiter,
it's exhausting.
I left.
Yeah.
I left. I bought something else. I left the product and went somewhere else.
Today's consumer is dying for simplicity.
Yes.
Simplicity is a huge trend. We're already seeing the distilling of marketing messages to clean up the aisles. We're also seeing rethinking of package, kind of what they call package rationalization. How much of the stuff do we really need to be marketing to consumers? Unfortunately, consumers still want the variety, so we have to think of a new way of changing the game to offer that variety without the amount of packaging that we have.
How do you do that?
Well, I got a number of suggestions here. One of them is actually reuse. Reuse the package. So I'm going to just reach down here for a second and show you a couple things. So we've just recently migrated from the Gable carton, the cartons full of juice, to now these plastic containers. This container and a lot of other containers like these trigger spray bottles and things such as that, they're designed to outlast their contents. You want them to safely get to the market, get to your hands. Well, the reality is you're going to use up this juice before this package is done with its usefulness.
Sure.
So in any of these scenarios, in my mind, these things need to be actually reused. Recycling, which consumers don't have a lot of faith in, and it's all complex because no one ever does it the same way. I think a reclaim system, a la the milkman of yesterday, is actually a very viable system.
So have someone show up at your house and pick this stuff up.
Yeah, and that's absolutely achievable because we have Stop and Shop in Fairfield, Connecticut with pea pod. You're doing your online grocery shopping. They're coming to deliver the products to your doorstep maybe once a week or something like that.
They could pick it up, too.
They can absolutely take back their empties with them.
Have you pitched this idea? Are you trying to sell this?
Well, this is what we do. We're packaging professionals. Companies hire us to rethink how packaging can work better in the future, because packaging is so important to getting products safely to consumers and also for brands to differentiate themselves to sell.
So your business has hold on. Brand Week called you the packaging design guru, so you're doing okay.
Yeah.
But is sustainability the only? I mean, what else is hot and different these days? I know you had Similac and you had it in an awesome bottle. I remember last time you were here and I had that stupid carton with the top that I could never do at 3 o'clock in the morning. What else are you doing these days?
Convenience is still king, and it will remain king. Anything that makes consumers' lives easier, we're all time-starved. If you can add in the conveniences that just get it done lickety-split for them, they want that. They also want variety of choice and personalization, customization. And the other idea I was going to tell you about, if you ask about this SKU proliferation of these stores clogged with way too much stuff and a lot of packaging, I actually, believe it or not, think vending is a very cool idea to change this. Now, that's not just put a coin in the slot and you get a can of soda out. Vending today and in the future is actually going to be very high tech. Coke launched a couple of years back what they called a freestyle machine, which gives the consumer the ability to kind of mix their own customized beverage. Gives you like 120 choices or so of beverage flavors. And through the use of concentrates, this machine, plugged into plumbing at its source, doesn't transport all that water you're filling
so it's
just
like
in store.
Make your own soda.
It's make your own soda. Now add make your own package to make your own soda.